Right then. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You're
How you doing?
listening to HTG. I am doing fine. I'm Craig.
Cool. I'm Mike.
Yeah. And this is
We're
episode
back.
number 15 now.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we
Oh,
did we miss one?
we did because we recorded late on the following week, and then you were on your jollies.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Holidays get in the way of everything, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh
So
well. We're
right,
back. We're back.
we are. Do you know what I've done?
What have you been?
I've
What
turned
have
me
you
off.
been up to?
What we've been up to,
Mhm.
other than sorting a bathroom out or a little toilet closet thing room.
Yep.
Painting, tiling, plumbing, building, as you do. Yourself?
Nice. Working, rehearsing, looking after children. I look down there because I have a child, right here.
And,
John.
and that's not his Willie.
No.
Although there would have
No.
been a joke there.
Potentially.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yep. Yep. I may
Um,
have to look really low to find it. So.
we always bring the tone down early on. Too soon.
Wait, you said we.
You.
I don't.
Should we go
I didn't.
Singular.
I talked about children. You talked about willies and penises.
They're the same thing, you know.
Willies and penis. No, no, no. You have a willy. I have a penis.
All right, okay. Right,
Size
let's
matters, mate. Size matters.
moving on. Um, just very quick. I made a little small purchase today.
Hmm.
I say it's a small purchase. I think it's quite a bit
A
of money.
little small purchase.
Yeah, well, I think it's quite a bit of money on the Microsoft Store, but I bought this from um, other means.
Other means.
Yeah,
Like second hand of the means or just cheaper the means?
well, cheap. Put it this way, I think it's in the region of around £40 to £50, but I think I paid £2.
That's good.
Don't quote me on that. I'm sure it's like quite a bit of money, but um, so I bought the Dolby Atmos setting on the Xbox. So
Adobe. Wait, you'll have to explain this. Adobe Atmos setting that you've got to pay for.
yes, so it's a Dolby Atmos setting for headphones. It's a setting on your Xbox, so you can download the app. You can change all your settings on your headphones and stuff if you've got decent set of
Okay, that's
headphones,
cool.
like we do.
Yeah, yeah.
And for those that don't know, or if you don't know, so basically the way our headphones work, even with the surround sound, is there's I think it's between 5 to 7 different channels. So if you picture yourself with these different speakers set in different angles, so if a helicopter comes from say the right in a game and goes up to the left, it just triggers these speakers as and when it's happening.
Right, it's like awareness
Yes,
sound, so
but
you
that's
know kind of
but that is
where the bullets are coming from and stuff.
yeah, that is surround sound. Now your
Mhm.
Dolby Atmos, forgive me if I get this wrong, is more like you're in a ball. So you don't get all these 5 to 7 channels. It's just it's like loads of them all around you. So as this helicopter's going over, and it'll be bouncing off things and this that, and the other, so you get a little bit more of a feel of where things are and better sound quality basically. So
Okay, yeah, yeah.
don't know
Rather
why.
than it being like they shot me from this speaker,
Yeah,
more of a like,
you
you could
know
probably
you'll
compare where it would be. Yeah.
yeah, but God knows why it was behind
That's
a paywall to start with. But
that's a little bit weird,
it
unless it
was
wasn't like fully supported by Xbox initially.
well, it is. It's one of these things that there's for Major Nelson. He's a big, massive sound
Yeah.
fanatic. Used to work on radio and stuff. So he's big on sound quality. Um, he's kind of I'm sure he's recommended it in the past. So uh, I thought for a couple of quid, give it a go, see what it sounds like. See if it makes gaming any different.
I don't disagree with you. I think that if you've got a Series X, full immersion in these games now with 4K video and graphics turned up to the max and stuff like that. The last thing you want is sound to not be how it should be. But
And
yeah, a little bit weird. A little bit weird for me that it's behind a paywall,
yeah,
regardless of whether it's £2 or £40. It just seems like they should have just allowed people to do that. Like,
yeah, I think it's
but
more so Dolby. So the reasoning behind it is, or I think the reason behind it is obviously they produced it, but you have to have some decent headphones in order to get that sound quality. So you're talking like there's a very small amount of people out there that are going to have these decent headphones. And I think when you do purchase it, it's like you're purchasing the app, and you're given it, the money's going towards them for it.
yeah, true, but
Microsoft
like,
could have bought it like from them or something like that, but I think they just want
of
to
course
kind
they
of
could
hold
have.
the keys to the castle, if you know what I mean. But
They could have done anything. They could have threw it in with Game Pass.
could have done. Hey, it was, let's say it was a couple of quid, so I thought I'd chuck that in there. Lose that down the back of the sofa. Talking very quickly about when you're talking about different quality and stuff, and having a Series X. Did you see that there's been a recent update to the dashboard for those with Series S and X?
No.
Where so now on the consoles, it was previously when you were looking at your dashboard, it was 1080p upscaled to 4K. Now what
Okay.
they've done is it's true 4K now, so your dashboard's going to be basically visually look
Pretty.
visually really good. Yeah, basically. What that'll do for you, I don't know, but hey
No.
ho, little feature there, I suppose. Have you got anything else? You look like you're reading something.
I was reading your license. No, I am reading. I was reading your license agreement
Right,
with Dolby Atmos. I was curious about it.
right, okay,
Apparently, you can purchase it for $15.
right, okay. I did say I'm not too sure how much it is, but it's still UK based. It's going to be around about
Yeah.
£20, isn't it? So
Xbox X and S systems have supported Dolby Atmos 3D audio capabilities since the consoles were released in November, while Xbox One has done 15. But to use it, you need to purchase a £15 license or $15 license.
yeah. Well, I got that license today, so I'll give that a little whirl later on.
Microsoft have been testing Dolby Vision HDR for gaming on the Series X and S as well.
Right, cool.
Cool. Even after an exclusive period. Oh, right, so it's paid for. Like, you have to pay for it because it's exclusive.
Right,
That's why.
right, okay.
Because it says after the exclusivity period ends, there's no guarantee that Sony will add it to PS5 games or not,
Right, okay.
as the console has its own 3D audio engine. So it may even be after the exclusivity point. It may come free
Yeah.
as part of Xbox.
Probably,
But
no, my luck, it'll be next week. That's what usually happens.
yeah, it says the 22nd of the 10th. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, that's cool. Let me
Yeah,
know how it goes. If it's any good, I'll buy it.
yeah. Well, you should have it. You should have it on there as a.
Oh,
As
I
a
should have it
I think
but
so.
if I want it on the PC, I've got to pay for it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because I
Yes.
think when I bought it, it gives me access for the Xbox and the PC, so I get it for both. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a Series X, right?
Yeah.
I'm in a little bit of a limbo because I upgraded my PC and couldn't particularly afford to do both. Not everyone can. So I went down the PC road. So I've still got my Xbox X.
Yeah.
I saw an Xbox Series, not Series X, just an Xbox One X being sold secondhand for £50 the other day.
Wow.
I thought that was a bit cheap for what it can actually do as a console. That's very cheap.
Yeah.
Um,
I
it's still
tend
just
to
the same
steer
thing and
away.
stuff like that. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's starting to be. There's a couple of games that me and you play together that
It's going to affect. Well, they did say after it won't be in the first year, and now we're beyond that first year now.
well, Battlefield's going to be affected by it. If we
Yeah.
want to play it together, I need to either go buy a new console or play it on my PC.
Hmm.
But that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy to be like that at the moment. So if I can buy it and it works for my PC and Xbox, then that'd be good.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Cool. Just since we're talking about general stuff, I have a 3D printer that I've been messing about with, which is cool. Can't say much more about that, but
It made anything nice.
I've been making some test
Oh,
pieces.
there we go.
What was
Sorry,
that?
your audio was jumping there a bit.
All right.
It's all right. You can now.
I'll move this up a little bit just in case
No,
it's
no,
not
it was
picking up.
definitely like a bit of lag in there. You're fine. You're fine. Go on.
All right. I don't have anything else on, so yeah. So I've been they're a little bit of work to fine tune to like kind of get them right and getting like your thing to stick to the table
Yeah, yeah.
so they don't move while printing. But there's a couple of websites that have like thousands of printable things on there. So I've been printing some like toys out for John. He's been picking some items that he likes the look of. Printed them out.
So
Uh,
blueprints.
Basically like blueprints. Yeah,
You've
like
been
3D
finding
cards.
blueprints.
Yeah. Feels like a game.
Yep.
I printed out a little holder for my headphones, a screw-in holder, so that I put that on my desk so I can hold them up. I've printed out some door hooks and stuff. It all seems very, you know, lame stuff in some ways, but it's good to test on some simple applications. But we've got a boat that I'm printing out for John. That's like for the bath and stuff. It all like floats and sails. It's like a cargo ship and got different containers and stuff like that. But I just think they're cool. Actually, I didn't think they'd be as good as they were.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, they're quite therapeutic to watch print. Not for 3 hours.
I'm
For
gonna
like
say
10
it's
minutes.
like paint and dry and
Yeah. But the fact that you can just draw your own stuff in 3D is quite interesting. I actually found a cool little feature as well because we have the Adobe packages that you can take a 2D image and basically click on it and make it 3D.
right.
So like extrude it all on a Z-axis and
Mhm.
make it into a 3D object. So you can take like your favorite characters and stuff and get them all 3D printed.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
There's quite a lot. There is a lot to do with it. I'll probably do some more. I do plan on maybe printing some stuff out for games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
No, that's cool.
just testing with it. I do have a plan, a little bit of a plan. I have these headsets. I bought these headsets at an auction. Got them a little bit cheaper. But there's a fault with them.
Right.
With one of this bits here, the way it connects to the headset, um, is a is just a bit flimsy
Right.
and
Okay.
breaks on quite a lot of them. I fixed this pair because it was a relatively small damage, but I have another pair of these. I got two in the auction together, and the other pair, this is completely broken, so like this bit hangs off.
Right.
But I'm curious to see that if I take this apart, I think I can 3D image this with my phone, and then 3D print a new one.
Right. Okay.
I'm curious of the process of doing that and how well it would work and stuff like that. So I may do a video or something on it. It's quite interesting if we could replace parts that easily.
Right.
All good. Anyway, let's move on to some gaming news.
Yeah. Let's go for it. Right. So today, I've seen that there's been the little expansion cards that you used to get or you get for the Series X. At the minute,
Yes.
you can only buy the 1 TB. It's just been announced that there's going to be a 2 TB and a 512 gig version of those coming out.
Yeah.
Now the
These
price.
are the special ones. They're like really fast.
Yeah, so it's your SSDs that plug straight in, like the old school PlayStation memory cards, straight into the back of the console.
Yeah, okay. Just a little bit faster. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just
Yeah,
just a tiny little.
yeah. So the price is not announced yet in the UK. Now I had a little look at what the US version was, but what I've done is I've done like a comparison against the 1 terabyte. So the 1 terabyte at the minute you can buy for $219.99 in 299. Sorry, I can't speak. $219.99. Yeah,
Mhm.
in the US, and in the UK it's £195.44. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So just doing a currency conversion based on that. What I've done is I've taken the 512 terabyte, which has been announced is going to be $139.99 dollars. Yep. I've done a little conversion on that based on obviously the 1 terabyte that's already out, and I'm estimating that's going to be around about £124, £125.
Okay.
The 2 terabyte, however, in US dollars has been announced at $399.99. Right? So the conversion and
I'll,
based on that is,
from your notes, mate,
yeah,
I'd go for the 512 terabyte. That I think should say gigabyte.
it does say gigabyte. It meant to say terabyte. It was meant to say gigabyte, not terabyte. So the 2 terabyte, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, it's $399.99. So based on that
Fuck
conversion,
off, man.
it'd be £355.99.
Fuck off.
Will be?
Just buy another Series X.
You might as well, mightn't you?
Yeah.
But those are the true figures. It is currently on there now a pre-order on Walmart for $399.
None of that, right? None of the value. And I know you buy one and you bought one, and you'll probably kick me for saying this, right? But if you buy a standard hard drive and plug it in,
Yeah,
you can move games.
yeah, but it takes. Do you know when they say it goes very quickly and seamlessly? Bollocks. It takes just as long as you might as well re-download it. Well, I might as well on
You're
my
joking.
speeds. My speeds. Your speeds, not so much.
I'd be curious to see some timings though. Surely moving. Okay, if you move in something like, well, I say something like, but there's not that many games that require the faster hard drives.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I've easily filled 2 terabytes worth of Series X games, X and S. Don't forget, there's a lot of games that are previously out as well that are remastered now.
That now
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
That now have that as a requirement to play them, or is it just?
I don't necessarily think it's a requirement. I think it just asks you if you want the better textures and layers, as well as faster speeds. So you can download
Yeah, but I
a
thought
patch and add-on.
I didn't think that. So you can download a lot of the games. The games can have the textures and stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be run on the mainstream hard drive.
They do. They have to run off there.
I thought it was a specific game feature.
No. If you download
Because
that
they
additional
did this test.
patch,
They did this test on the PlayStation the same, and it was like only very specific games.
no. So anything the X and S logo in the bottom corner can only be put on internal or memory card. If I put it on my external hard drive, it'll tell me it might play, but it might play without the textures and everything, without the additions.
I didn't believe it was like that.
Yep.
Because like I thought it would just give like a frame rate improvement.
It's a bit of that. It's a bit. It's speeds.
Remove the textures and stuff like that.
The big thing is the speeds. So it's trying to increase speeds for load times and rendering your graphics and this, that, and the other. But that's what it needs. That's why it needs to be on the internal in order to do all that. So things like Forza, like your Forza Horizon 4, you download that, you get the additional thing. Obviously, it renders and I get a lot more visuals and see further in the distance and whatnot, and faster load times in comparison to what you would get. But in order to get that, I have to be powering it off the internal.
Yeah. You're not wrong, like.
Yeah. Have you just had a look? Have you done a bit of research? Quick research.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't be right, but I thought better confirm. But yeah, Xbox support. To play optimized for Xbox Series or S titles, games must be installed on the console's internal SSD.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot.
Storage expansion card sold separately.
There's quite a lot of them now as well, so it's quite easy to fill it, especially when you've got your Halo or Gears of War or something like Halo games.
They suggest the same thing. So if you use a USB 3.0 or later device to store and transfer optimized for Xbox Series titles, you're telling me that that takes a long time.
It could be. I'm not. It could be that my external hard drive is on a 2.0, but I don't know that. I think it was 3, but I don't know. It could be that. Could be the reason why. But at the end of the day, you can only play so many games. So I've got 2 terabytes there, so I don't particularly need any more, to be honest. I've got 2 terabytes internal and I think it's a 4 terabyte external hard drive. So it's more than enough, to be honest. Right, moving on anyway. We'll rattle on. I'll skip that one for now. So I just want to quickly mention about FIFA and EA. Now I know you know about this briefly. So for those that don't know, the bit of background anyway. So the first FIFA game that was run by EA as well was released in 1993 under the name, or the well-known franchise name of FIFA 94, and this was released on the Mega Drive. So after 18 years, if my maths right, it looks as though it's going to be end of the FIFA and EA contract as they're looking to part ways now. And it started on a EA press conference where they released, and I'll read the statement as it was. The statement was, as we look ahead, we are also exploring the idea of renaming our global EA Sports football games. This means we're reviewing our naming rights agreement with FIFA, which is separate from all our other official partnerships and licenses across the football world. Now, straight away that kind of rang alarm bells, and people were guessing, like the FIFA and EA, they're splitting up and blah blah blah. Then, not long after that, FIFA then released, followed up with a press release, and this, I quote this as well. So FIFA said, the future of gaming and EA Sports for football stakeholders must involve more than one party controlling and exploiting all rights. So it looks like they're trying to say, basically, we want to broaden our horizons and see, what else is out there. And this falls down to, I did make a note, I can't see it on there. Yeah. So this comes down to, I think, the fact that they want more money. I think they're just being a bit more greedy, so they want to kind of like go, oh, we'll give a bit of our license here, a bit of our license there, and just separate it out a little bit more, maybe, rather than put all the eggs in one basket.
So FIFA in general.
So FIFA in general. So it's not a EA issue. So it was reported that FIFA are wanting to increase their licensing fees in the region of $1 billion every 4 years. So right. I think that's what kind of triggered all this, and then straight from that, EA also then went on to file for a new trademark under EA Sports FC. So it looks as though basically it's the end of the footballing era for FIFA and EA, basically. Or
So it's basically. So is it? Am I right in thinking it's only the license agreement that they have with FIFA?
yes, but then
So it's got nothing, no bearing on like
they
on
still
the
may
game,
release a game. But do you remember Pro Evo with our man red,
without
man
the
blue,
licensing. Yeah.
that type of thing? They might turn around and say, listen, right, we'll have all the Premiership teams, all the players' names, the clubs, the stadiums, etc. We'll have, cherry pick what they want, and then pay them so much, so they'll pay a percentage of that, and then the rest of it might go to a different football game, like this free one that's kicking about. Maybe, I don't know. Then they'll you know charge them a licensing fee for them, and so on and so forth, and it'll just go beyond that. But
Okay.
if the
Yes.
figure
Yeah.
if the figures are right based on the licensing fees, I'm not surprised that EA will pull away from that, because that's just crazy money.
Yeah, but they probably make for actual FIFA. They probably make like 5 billion or something
Oh yeah,
per year for it. So like it's probably not that expensive, but it sounds like EA are pretty much annoyed that FIFA are pulling the strings.
yeah, but it could be as well, though, player base. If the player base is being reduced year after year, I mean, there's always issues, there's people complaining, so on and so forth. If the player base is coming down, which I'm not too sure if it is, then obviously their revenue stream's coming down, but then all of a sudden these costs are going up. You know, maybe they're looking at different revenues.
I think. I think it's a bit of both though, because the comment there that you've put press release from FIFA.
Yeah,
The future of gaming and esport for football stakeholders must involve more than one party controlling and exploring all rights.
yeah,
So that would suggest that they want to sell the rights to more than one.
which is what I'm getting at. Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think EA will just cherry pick what they want, but then another football game or whatever will come in and say, well, we'll have these, and another one will go, well, we'll have these, and then so on and so forth. Or it may be that they just FIFA want this $1 billion, but they need more people to come in instead of just FIFA, so they can make up this 1 billion.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. And it means that more football game or other football games could have,
Yeah,
like Pro Evo could therefore have
yeah,
the right names if it
it's
wanted.
all very vague at the minute. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
we're waiting for basically the full confirmation of what's going to happen. A lot of it's just hearsay at the minute, but
Yeah.
it looks like there's going to be possibly some parting of ways the way things are going.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little confused. So for 18 years.
I did say I think my maths was wrong. I just very quickly. I don't. It's a
Oh,
good job. It's a good job I don't deal with numbers, isn't it?
yeah. You're not being my accountant. It's all right. It's been a little bit longer than that, mate.
Yeah. It is. It is nearly 11 o'clock at night, by the way, for anyone who's listening. It's been a
Yeah.
long day.
Wait. I'll just check your maths. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's reading, not math. And I've got a 12-hour clock in front of me. I can't do 24. I'm joking.
But you're not on the You're not on the Starship Enterprise, are you? Know?
I'm joking.
2,200 hours.
Right, quickly moving on then. So Grounded has released a new update called Hot and Hazy Update. This is basically where you are going to be working your way through a sandpit in the garden now. And basically, as you're running through, obviously it's going to be made to feel like you're going through a desert, but obviously it's not. It's probably a little kid's sandpit or something with buckets and spades.
But it'll
And
feel
God
like the
knows what.
desert because you're tiny and
Yes.
grounded.
So the idea
Yeah.
is it's meant to feel like a desert. It's going to be very hot. So the idea is you need to find shade because otherwise you will basically burn to death. But what they've done is they've kind of gone, right, okay, now this gives you an opportunity to spend a lot of your time out at night, whereas usually you would be sleeping during that time. But the way they've kind of gone, actually, well, no, yes, you can spend that time at night, but we want you to come out during the day, because what they've done is, buried within the sand is treasure. The only way you can kind of see where that treasure is buried is there's little glistens in the sand, like little points where it shines, so you can see that and you know where to dig. So that'll give you some new, what's the word, resources to make better equipment, and so on and so forth, as it has done through the rest of the game. There's new enemies in there, so now we're not just fighting this spider. There's something called an antlion, and what that does is that attacks and kills ants, as well as obviously you. So that'll be a new foe to try and beat. Also in the update is the release of the first mega dungeon, which is a large black anthill that you can work your way down. And as far as I'm aware, there's some sort of labs built down within the ant tunnels, and basically you have to work your way through all these little corridors and ants and stuff, and obviously multiple ways to go, get to the end, and then there's going to be the game's first mini boss.
Okay, so a bit like MMO style dungeon run.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
In the previous update, I know we haven't played it, there was an area called Haze, which was haze, like it just looked like a mist. What that was, or was made to feel like, was basically weed killer had been spread across the garden. Now, what they've done is they've made that mist a lot more like dense, so it's a lot more harder to see now. So you have to equip yourself with a gas mask in order to survive this mist of weed killer. The problem with it being so dense now is that you will be walking straight into the backside of a spider, and loads of different enemies. So it's, if you've ever played, oh god, what's it called? There was a game a long time ago on the PlayStation where you walk through the mist, and they made the film Pyramid Head. What was that called? Come on, they made a movie of it. Oh, I'm gonna kick myself.
Pyramid Head.
Silent Hill. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, so the game Silent Hill back on the PlayStation, you remember when you were going through the mist? And then literally you would just be walking through it, and all of a sudden you'd be like a zombie or enemy or whatever the hell it was. This creature thing would just be there. But it's good, basically it's going to be like that.
Removing that game's grounded is relatively scary enough without making it so you can't see.
Yeah. Even in the night, I've been running across and like, oh shit, it's spider, and then ran.
Yeah.
But,
cool. Oh well, sounds like a good update. I'm presuming it's a free update. Like
all free updates as part of Game Pass.
As part of Game Pass.
Yeah, so don't forget, in order to get access to this, well, you can either purchase it and purchase the update, or I'm not too sure whether the update will be free if you've purchased it, but definitely part of Game Pass, you do get that game and all the updates.
Cool, nice.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll pass the mic over to you, and then I'll let you continue.
Pass the mic to Mike.
Yeah, mic to mic. Check. Yeah.
Back to back on the mic.
Yeah, just how you like it. Back to back. Reach around.
Yeah, so I've come across some stuff. One thing that I thought was quite interesting, that I know we'll touch on playing New World and stuff we've been doing in New World, but there was a bit of a news story that kicked off about New World's economy is busted, and players are bartering for items. So there was a bit of a thing that we noticed while playing New World, that a lot of the stuff you can buy or sell in the auctions houses were less gold than you would expect.
Sell for 100.
Yeah, you would think. So like stuff was a lot less than you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
So like 2 or 3 gold for items and 10 gold for rares, and things were being a lot cheaper than they should be. But the way New World tried to do it was introduce its own economy. So there isn't any like NPCs or anyone like that you can buy stuff off.
Yeah.
The only thing that you really gain money from is killing things, and also, if you salvage things, then you can get a little bit of gold, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So basically, the gist is that the game is pretty much broken
Right.
in the sense that all the values for everything have dropped very low because gold's not the easiest thing to get hold of.
No, it certainly is not.
So even though you get gold, you don't get a lot of gold. Now at the moment, it feels like you've got a lot of gold because everything's really cheap. That's because basically everyone who's playing New World is causing that to happen, and there's a lot more of not bartering, but there's a lot more trading going on. Like you'll have maybe 600 ore and you'll trade it for 100 leather.
Right.
Apparently that's happening a lot. I've not really seen that myself, but I have seen a lot of posts in the in-game chat talking about people trying to sell items or exchange items with each other and stuff, rather than just putting it on the auction house. And some of the main reason for that is because you get taxed.
Yeah.
And your actual tax fee on the auction house is quite high, considering the gold value is pretty much thingy. So basically, if they need to do something about it. If they don't sort it and fix it, they're going to have a major problem that too many people are just going to hold on to their gold and not want to spend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if they're not spending it, then the economy never goes up. Things don't add value, and rarity and stuff doesn't matter, and all this kind of good stuff. So fingers crossed they kind of do something about that. Just slightly on that topic, on New World topic, is there's been some reports that some higher end crafting material has not being spawned in the game.
Right.
Even though you can technically build some of the items, you physically can't get the crafting material because the game's not spawning those items when it should. So, yeah. Well, there's some comments of New World, some good, some bad. We can talk about that more when we talk about New Worlds. But once I get this little girl to stop crying at me, she's clearly upset about the price of stuff on New World.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
But that's all right. Moving on, a quick one. I thought this was kind of interesting. So there's a PlayStation, emulators for games consoles and stuff have been out for a long time. There's now a PlayStation 3 emulator that can launch every single game released for the PlayStation 3.
Wow. When you say launch it, do you still have to download kind of the file, or is it like built in? If you know what I mean. Is it an emulator with all the games?
I think it's built. I think it's built in. I
Have you
think
still
it's
got to download the
one that
ROMs?
has
Right.
all of the games. I do have my source thing here. Just let me check for that. But
PlayStation. Well, do one for PlayStation 5. Them happy days.
yeah. So the developers of the PlayStation 3 emulator RPC S3 announced that all PlayStation 3 games will now launch using their emulator.
All
They
right.
have
So,
made a comment that not all of them will run well,
right.
but they'll all at least launch.
So it doesn't include the ROMs by sounds of it.
No, but it's a total of 2054 games.
Not a.
Oh,
Not,
wait a minute, I got that wrong. That means all 3,233 PS will at least launch C use emulator at a total of 2004, or about 62% is playable.
right.
The remaining 36.5% are at least partially functional to some degree.
Right. Okay.
It's not something that I play about with loads, but at least it's pretty cool. Stuff like silly things like you want to go play God of War 3, which is like a really good title
Yeah.
that I never played because I didn't have a PlayStation. So, all cool though, all interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto Online is getting a Halloween update.
Cool.
I thought that was pretty neat. A little bit of a change on what they normally do.
We'd have to have a look
Um,
at that. They did a good cool game mode before where you used to be in the dark, and that was quite funny. But you could put your light on or something and see people. But like, so is
yeah.
it, you basically you'd have one guy who was chasing you down, and you might have like 5 years, and you were like you could put your torch on and run around, but then you had to turn it off so they couldn't see you. And then I think it was like a heartbeat or something. Just as he's walking around, the heartbeat's going do 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 do, and you can hear your heartbeat, so he knows when he's close to you. And he had to
All
kill
right.
you. And that was really funny. That was like creepy because you were just dead dark, and you're like, oh, I think he's here. I think he's here. Next minute, you're just getting hacked at. And that was cool. You were in like a little
That's pretty cool.
hospital and things like that. So I played that one a couple of years back.
Well, according to this, I'll just read this little synopsis of what they've done. So over the past week, Grand Theft Auto Online players have been visited by an intelligent life from outer space. UFOs have been sighted in San Andreas, hinting that larger events will soon come. Those events have now arrived in Grand Theft Auto Online. With Halloween just a week away, Grand Theft Auto Online players can expect to start seeing spectral vehicles, machete-wielding madmen, an increasing number of UFOs flying around San Andreas. But that's just a start. There are two big additions for free mode in Grand Theft Auto Online for the Halloween season this year. The first was what Rockstar's calling Phantom Cars. These are vehicles that will be traveling through and around San Andreas without any drivers. Further, they will apparently stalk NPCs or even players, given the right circumstances. Needless to say, they aren't friendly ghost drivers. And the second free mode addition are slashers, masked killers said to have superhuman strength stalking the streets of San Andreas. Needless to say, Grand Theft Auto players should feel a little less safe in free roam through Halloween.
Sounds alright. Sounds cool. I have to give that a
I
blast.
think it's cool. I think it's good that they throw stuff in that just makes it fun and interesting and stuff
They've
like
been
that.
milking that game long enough, but it's still good.
When was it? When was it released?
Oh my god.
Take a guess.
It was back on the. Well, hang on, wasn't it the?
This isn't your question, by the way.
No, no. Was it on the 360? No, it wasn't on the 360, was it?
I'm keeping stum.
I think I've got a feeling it might have been on the back end of like the 360 or the next generation after that. Oh
Which
god, I
was the
don't know.
Xbox
About
One.
it's got to be about 10-year old or something. Between 8 and 10-year old. I don't quite know.
Well, I think I was a way to get it wrong there anyway, but because it says the slasher anniversary mode originally released in 2015,
I
but
wonder
that's
if it
not
is
when.
similar.
No, I don't think so. It was. I do know from my own info that it was released at the late end of the 360.
Yeah, I thought it was because I remember it was on the 360. Then redid it, didn't they, on the Xbox One, and then they're on about redoing it again now for the Series X, remastering it again
It's because it just got too many people play it.
for the third time now.
Yeah, it's just such a popular game. We'll actually find out when the release date was. Release date 1st of October 2013 for Grand Theft Auto Online,
Yeah, so that's
which
like
was only just a
eight
little bit
years.
after. 17th of September was when it was released
Right,
as GTA or Grand Theft Auto 5.
right.
That's mental. Quite a while ago. A while ago at least. Anyway, all good stuff. So check out Grand Theft Auto if you want to look at the Halloween update and have a bit of fun with that. And last from me is Battlefield 42, 2042 even, has revealed the specialists that will be in the game, or 5 more of them at least. But mainly to this is that they've come out and agreed with fans about the open beta and a lot of the stuff that was wrong with the open beta. They have blamed COVID and working from home and delays and everything
as
like
they
that.
do.
But unfortunately, that's an easy blame for anyone. But basically, they've said that fans kind of slated some of it in the open beta
Yeah.
because of numerous glitches, cheaters, and it's straying too far away from the Battlefield formula. I agree and disagree with some of it. It is in some ways with some of the additional features that where you can do stuff while you're running around. That's kind of new and not something that they did before.
Yeah.
And the whole thing of like if you pick a sniper dude, you can equip any weapon. Like,
Yeah,
why are you
I
picking
quite like
sniper?
that. I quite like that because it was the different tactics. But that's it. That was quite good. So basically, I think if you are a sniper, it's not necessarily say you can't use any other weapon. Why wouldn't a sniper be able to use any other weapon? Is he just not capable? Is he only got hands that only fit around a sniper rifle? What it was good about it was if you picked a sniper guy, you would have his. It was you weren't necessarily picking a sniper. You were picking his tactical equipment that he had on him. That he
Yeah,
specialised in that
I
tactical
get
equipment.
that. I mean, but in all battlefields, you could pick sniper, and then you could equip slightly other weapons. You just couldn't mix and match between them all.
I quite liked it. I just thought it was pretty cool because there was a couple of different. Because obviously I played the beta as well. There was a couple of different secondary, not secondary weapons. What were they called? Like not like the grapple. There was different other little things that I like to use, but I also wanted to.
Like your special ability of some sort.
Yeah, but I also wanted to play like basically running around in a what do you call them? The camo suits.
Oh, okay. So you want to, okay. Well, it
So
seems to be that's kind of that is the talking point.
right.
One of the main issues that EA addressed in its blog post was the choice to introduce specialists into Battlefield 2042 instead of making use of the class system like other Battlefield titles. Fans felt that the specialist system was not suited for large-scale battles and would therefore hamper teamwork. He
Ah,
claims that the
ah,
reason teamwork was hampered in Battlefield 42 beta was the result of its full roster of specialists not being playable. As it stated, you weren't able to go hands-on with all 10 of our specialists
right.
and see them all in action on the battlefield. Now that all the cards are on the table, let us know what you think. They haven't like changed anything. They've just basically come out and said that there is more choice.
Right.
So maybe
I
it's the
quite
limit
liked
of
it.
choice that people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it was because it was only the 4 choices, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But people are wanting more. I know that.
Ping system. So there's some other comments in there that just basically address the issues that the beta detrimental to team play, such as the lack of ping systems and the ability to communicate with team players in game. So there's a few things that they're basically addressing, but I mean to be fair,
I think you could ping things, but I think you had to be the sniper specialist at the time to do that.
well, so you could spot stuff anyway as
Yeah.
anyone, but you know when you give like commands,
Yeah.
like you could, I think if you looked at like a location, you could like
You could tell them
tell
to
it,
go there, so yeah.
you could tell them to go there, but you couldn't like pick somewhere randomly on the map and tell them to go there.
Right, okay.
Like you couldn't give out your own commands. It was all pre-commanded if you pointed at the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But if it's saying they're gonna fix them and have a look at them and sort them all out and stuff like that, so no complaints for me.
Nope. Got just over a month and a half, and then that'll be out, I think. So we'll see how
Yeah.
that goes. Right, should we move on to what we've been playing then?
Yep.
We've got just over 10 minutes, so see if we can squeeze all this in and our quiz.
Okay. Let's
Um,
fire on then.
yeah, so games we've been playing, as you know, is New World and
Mhm.
Battlefield 2042 beta for me. along with recently
Yep.
I've jumped back on Marvel Avengers just to see if I can get through and finish that game.
Yeah.
It's feeling like a bit of a slog, but I'm getting there. But one of the other new additions that I got there is Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, which I know we briefly talked about the last recording, but it is pretty much Smash Brothers, but all the Nickelodeon characters.
Okay.
I am struggling a little bit with the controls, so I did find out how you change those around
Right. Okay.
to suit what we've been playing recently. So that's
Okay. So if people are having if people are coming from stuff like Smash Brothers, they should probably change
yeah. There's
some of the control layouts.
you
and stuff.
don't do it in the settings. You do it when you're selecting your character, I think, or when you're adding it. There's a bit where you add your character in. It's at that point there you can change your controller settings.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Mario Kart, where you can turn on like all the protection stuff.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you have to do it when you pick your character. It's like right there, rather than
Yes.
in a menu somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you make of it as a game?
Good game. I'm enjoying it. I'm not great at it, but I'm not great at Smash Brothers. But
No. Do you think it's any apart from adding
they've
those
got
sort of characters?
they've got new characters coming and everything else, so it looks like it's
Does
tending
it
to be.
add anything more though? That's what I'm getting at. Do
But
you feel like it adds more than
so
something that's super?
what's good about it is the fact that if you play someone like SpongeBob, he has his abilities and his attacks are based around the show. So if you play as him, you've got his little bubble one thing that he likes playing with. You've got his giant fucking foam glove. You know, you've got things like that. If you play as, you can play as Cat Dog. If you play as him, they obviously they go up like together like a little sauce like circular, so they can roll at you, and it's all very based on the character. So it's not just heavy attack punch and light attack punch. It is literally each character has their own attacks.
Unique attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. So you can play as one of the turtles, and obviously you've got the swords and stuff. Or you can play as, like say, Ren and Stimpy, and they go in together, and then obviously use each other to smack the hell out of you with each other.
So you feel like the characters are quite unique to play with.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
But if you know the characters well and you've watched the shows as a kid or growing up, then you'll know it. You notice it, and it's like, oh, that's cool. That so.
Alright. So if you like the characters in Nickelodeon stuff, and you like stuff like Super Smash Brothers and Brawlhalla and stuff like this, it's worth a shout.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm the same as you. I've been playing New World quite a lot. I'm not going to hold on to that for too long. One thing I'm going to say about that is that it's getting a lot of bad press, and however, for me, I actually just really enjoy playing it.
I do, but it is. I think I said to you before. It is very much like go to the shop, get me a Mars bar. You get back with the Mars bar. Now I want you to go back to the shop and get me a Kit Kat. You get back. Now go back to the shop. And say, for fuck's sake.
I do agree with you, and I do feel like Amazon's got its own asset store for buildings, and they've just moved them around a bit.
Yeah.
The only one point I want to make about that is that people compare these stuff to other MMOs like World of Warcraft and stuff. When World of Warcraft came out, people were new to MMOs. They didn't know how to play MMOs at all because there wasn't one.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a long time to develop the end game content because people would take a long time to get there.
Yeah.
But now, by the time the beta was out, there was full-blown guides of how to level up quickly and how to do everything quickly. You've got millions of people figuring out how to do this game fast compared to however many people Amazon have got making it.
Yeah.
So you're going to outpace them every time, which kind of makes sense that they don't have everything sorted out and everything working, but
yeah, I suppose.
The only grace I've got with that is Amazon are big enough that they probably have enough money to put the money where the mouth is and make it a very good game in the long run. So I'll keep playing it, see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
The other game for me is Rift Breakers. We mentioned this in the previous episode that it was coming out. You thought it was a good game that I would like. It's very much. It's not tower defense. It's not at all. It's very much like a top-down base building game. A bit like, I'd put it more like Command and Conquer and stuff.
Right.
You have to build your base up, put walls around it, build like turret guns and weapons and stuff like this. You have to actually think about ammo and collecting resources and stuff like that, which is very similar to those sort of games. You can't specifically build units to go attack. You can go and attack, so you can go and upgrade your mech and go do stuff. One of the things that I found that is really cool that I like in the game, it's got a lot of research, a lot of upgrades, but the rift part is that you've been teleported to this planet, and there's there's certain resources in the area where you are, and there's events that happen, so creatures come and attack you, big creatures and loads of armies of shit come and get you and stuff, and it's pretty intense. You might get like literally 1,000 enemies running at you, and your guns are going mental trying to kill them, which is cool. But then you have to rift jump to different areas of the planet and like rebuild your base, but it's tied to your headquarters.
Right. Okay.
So you still get the resources from your headquarters, and you still go back to your headquarters to do stuff, but stuff gets pinged between the two of them.
That's cool.
So as you keep going, you're like, you might be getting some minor material here, but then your second place you go to, and it doesn't just give you a second place to go to. It actually opened up 4 areas, and it was my choice where I wanted to go next. It may be like titanium that you can get from there. So you go get titanium because you think titanium is the next ore that you want to get, but cobalt might be better, and you could have gone there. But they've also limited this that you can only have 6 outposts that can send resources back. So, and there's more than 6 locations to go to. So you're gonna have to be a little bit savvy about what you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve and stuff like this. But yeah, it's really cool. It plays really well. Graphics are lovely. There's some really clever stuff in it. I've played a bit of it now. I'm actually quite tempted to start again and do some videos on it. I was playing Ultima Chef, and I did do some videos on it that I haven't posted, which I should have. But I think I'll post them, and I might jump onto Rift Breakers for a bit and do a bit of that for people.
Right.
I like it.
Cool.
Get on it. Hopefully co-op will come out, because that game, which they have said, but co-op looks would be amazing.
We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that then and get on that as soon as we can if it comes.
Yeah.
Right then. Are you happy? Is that all?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, fire on. Yeah, we've got a question to ask each other, and then
question time. We need some dramatic music. We need like lights coming down and everything. Yeah, that one.
But like, who wants to be a millionaire?
Mike mutton like a friggin' lizard.
Don't get too turned on.
Mate, I'm reading my question here. Come on, be serious. It's serious.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm focused.
Yep. So we're going into this 2-2.
Just ask me your question. Hurry up.
I'm going with it, man. Chill out. We're already running over anyway now, so it's fine. We've.
Oh, that's your fault. Crack on.
That's not my fault, right? So, if you got your web browser shut down there, because I don't trust you.
I have my hands here, so I can't check.
But is your browser minimized?
My browser's open on your question.
Right, nothing else. Just
Nothing
curiosity.
else.
Because my question revolves around something you've been talking about tonight, which is strange. So I'm making sure
That's
you
a
don't.
bit weird.
Make sure you're not reading your screen.
All I can see is your question and an advert about an Apache helicopter.
So Apache helicopter. I'm joking.
Brilliant.
Right.
Go on.
So right. So Grand Theft Auto, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. There were 7.
What year was it released?
No, there were 7 Grand Theft Autos or Grand Theft Auto games. But this is main games, not including compilations, remasters, expansions, or handheld games. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Of these 7, How many were made by Rockstar North?
Oh, go mark yourself.
Is it 5, 4, or 3? Ooh. I
4.
think he's going for 4. He's going for 4. And he's correct to say 4.
Well, that was a little bit of a guess. The only reason why I said 4
Yeah.
is because I know there was Grand Theft Auto, but then it was Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't 4 because it was what? San Andreas or something?
Yeah, San Andreas. There's Vice City,
And then
isn't
5. So Vice City, yeah, okay, so Vice City.
there? Yeah.
So 4. Little bit of a look there, to be fair. But hey ho. Okay, right. My question to you. Yeah. We've played a lot of games in our time.
Yeah. If you start saying
Some
Apache
games,
helicopter.
some games we've played came out a lot longer ago than we think.
Right.
So, when was the first Call of Duty game released? Was it 2001, 2003, 2005, or 2007?
Oh, he's giving me 4, yeah. When did we jump to 4 multiple choices here?
Did you not give me 4?
I'm going to give you 3.
Was it 2001? Was it 2003? Or was it 2005?
I knew
You've
it
just
wasn't.
got, you've just
I
found a,
knew
you
it
just
wasn't
found a,
two. I wasn't. It
you
wasn't
just found a friend.
2007. Right. Now, do you know what? I should know this. And I've got to think back to the time when I very first got my Xbox 360.
Yeah. I love the fact that I'm looking at a question about Call of Duty and in the same page it's trying to show me how to buy an Apache helicopter.
eBay.
That's tailored advertising to the max, like.
2001, be 20 years ago.
It was quite a few years ago, right? But if you don't hurry up and answer the question, it's going to be more years ago.
I'm torn between 2, so I'm gonna say
There's only 3.
20 years ago, and I'm gonna say 2001.
You are wrong.
Am I?
Yeah, 2003.
Bastard.
18 years ago.
I knew it was either that or the next one up because I remember when I first got my 360.
That's how I knew your maths was wrong really quickly.
Well, shut up, right? When I first got my 360, I remember there was a guy I used to play with who was in a clan, and he used to play on Call of Duty, like the first one, and he was trying to rope me into his clan. And then I played with him, and then I think he soon realised I was shit at the game, so he...
I was just going to say, did he kick you out?
He stopped asking me.
He stopped asking. Yeah, fair play, mate. Mate, we stopped being good at those games after Vegas, or whatever it was from Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six... No, I'd say Rainbow Six Vegas we were good at, but I would even say Modern Warfare, we were good at Modern Warfare. Well, I was alright at Modern Warfare.
Yeah, but I think to the point of not trying to do it in like clan context.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vegas we were shit hot with team based.
With teams but that was probably an age thing to be
fair.
fair.
We used to play a lot of Search and Destroy on Modern Warfare, and we were quite good at that as a team. So
Yeah.
Right, anyway. I think we'll call it a night there. I'm not very happy now that I am 1 down, so say 3-2 to Mike going into the following week.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You can shove that chicken up your ass.
We'll need a prize with whoever wins.
I'll give you the prize.
I will. I'll give you a calculator.
I've already got one.
Fucking use it.
Your prize involves shit and a bag, and not in that order. Can you guess what you're getting?
Can you guess what it is yet?
I'm not moulding it.
That was a Rolf Harris joke. Sorry.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay, right. Now Mike's definitely stooped low, very very low. We'll
I didn't. He did.
We'll end it there. Whoa! Let's leave that there now. Let's leave it there. Right. Again, my name's Craig. Z Crisis 2 on all social media. And we have.
My name is Mike, and I'm Iron Mike 2 on social media and Xbox and stuff like that. So hit us up. Check us out in the comments. Leave some comments. Do all the nice, funky stuff of subscribe and like if you liked.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you want to see more when they get released.
Slag us off if you want. Send us a comment and we'll give you a shout out. And you know, if we've cocked some up other than my numbers, which I know I cocked up tonight, then let us know. And
you need to come. You need to come and comment. You need to come and we'll probably be firing on the Discord and stuff like that starting soon. So you'll have to come and help Craig count because he needs it for his job.
Yeah. Bye. Get me an abacus. Send me an abacus.
On that bombshell.
Yep. Right. Take care, everyone. See you now.
Bye.